color you got on, bro?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Carolina Panthers. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Got it. 58, 58, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Boston Scott, his first carry. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Single. Here we go.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch seven.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Recon, 132 fighter.
58's the money.
Lee Griffin.
From the gun, Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10.
61, Matchbox Lights.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. It's just me and you. It's a go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Carter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Alert 3. SOS.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Freeman with a fast feed. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
What? 43-15. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Gun.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Back to throw. Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's checking. Crash.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
To throw on second down. Herbert taking a shot for Samuel. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I smell fear in that offense.
Looking to throw. Herbert steps away to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert, alert, alert. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They go play action now. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Agnew now to return. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better short field here on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 6-0 our score after 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, punk. Check 37. Check 37.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. I'm coming. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
No. Off. Check safety.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 7, watch the curl.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the edge. He's coming. We got double up. Joker. Ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
General West, go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Haywood. 52. Check.
From the gun, Herbert gets it off to Freeman. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, remember, last year in Week 5, Gano was good from 63 away to beat the Giants on the final play. This not as critical of a kick or as long, but also not as successful.
You're exactly right about that. I was fortunate enough to be on the call for that game, and me and my crew, we got to see him. And when they lined up, we thought, that's a long way. We know he's got a big leg, and then he hammered it. Probably would have been good up to about 70 yards. And after the game, the head coach, Ron Rivera, told the media that his special teams coach had told him, hey, he's good up to 65, coach. At each game, that's what the special teams coach does. Evaluates the distance, lets the head coach know.
Yeah, no doubt he's got the leg, but this time couldn't put it through. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K-Rod short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K-Rod short. In there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have a little chance of winning this one.
Now Wilson lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
What you draw Corker? Hey, Delta.
On 1st down, Herbert, he's going to look deep for more. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, it's Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Herbert in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my linemen out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Taylor. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
18 Gator. Check 52, come on. X3. 218, chopper. Back, smooth.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Slam. Check. Check.
Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Alert.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Go 14.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Freeman again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 7. It's our time.
Rock it.
Check the backer, check the backer. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Whip.
Get it.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down.
Out. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check. 49, check 49.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Devontae Freeman. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. It certainly worked, but that was a gutsy call to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, not sure I would have made that call, but give them a ton of credit for deciding to go for it and not only doing it, but doing it in fine fashion. Takes me back to this summer when we were touring camps. Remember we watched them practice, and they worked hard in these situations, and they blocked it up perfectly.
And defensively, they were so worried about the line of scrimmage. Once he got past that first wave of tacklers, goodbye.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Tackles.
6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. That's taken at around the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Quick, wide, 90.
They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that, and wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They can get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And the catch good. It's Eifert. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Wilson rolling to his left. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now it's Wilson. And this is caught off a deflection. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Freeman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Fighting through pressure. Escaping. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. This is Freeman. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
60 Pittsburgh.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Get it.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over.